What's going on, Cowboys Nation? Man, listen. First off, happy Thanksgiving. You know what I mean? Shout out to family time, football time, everything like that. So I'm just gonna give my quick analysis on, or my point of view on uh this football game, man, between Dallas Cowboys and the Las Vegas Raiders. All right, so basically, before I break down my thoughts on the game, this is one game. We still we're 7-4, and as long as we win the NFC East, we're gonna make the playoffs, and we dominate the East. So these games, it's great. You want to win every game, and you want to win these games. But on the bright side, man, we're still number one in our conference, or not in our conference, our division, and we still have a chance, to win the number one seed. It doesn't look good for us right now, though. It looks like when we're without Cooper and CD Lamb, it looks like we're relying on our defense to make the plays. It looks like that's what we're doing. You know what I mean? Offensively, we can't really establish the run. We can't consistently give Dak time, and even when he's had the time, he's put balls in the wrong places. He's not putting them out in the open. He's not throwing receivers open. They have to stop, bend down, and reach behind type. And it's a bad situation because these are situations where you go to certain players, and a lot of these other players aren't used to getting the ball in this situation. And this isn't no excuse or anything like that, because the Raiders, man, they still played a great game defensively. With the same game plan that the Broncos followed and the Chiefs followed, they put pressure on Dak and they played great man defense. The only thing is that we're still without our players. As far as CD Lamb and Cooper. So for us, we still have to figure it out. And I feel like once we do that, once we get everything, situated, we'll be fine. But right now, as far as just breaking down this Raiders game, it was terrible as far as these calls. It was back and forth. I felt like we got the worst of it, starting with that catch and fumble with Waller. That was terrible, man. This guy caught the ball, made football moves, and we stripped him. You know what I mean? And it's like, how can you? It's hard for teams defensively when we already know we can't give them our best shot offensively. But when you just keep playing hard defensively, man, and you're not getting breaks and you're not getting these calls, it kind of takes the spirit out of the team as a unit. But that was early on in the game. You know what I mean? We should have gained momentum back and gained our spirits back, and we still fought defensively. This game, we really should have lost this game way before overtime, way before fourth quarter. The offense brought it back because the defense made stops in and out the second half. Now, this whole thing with Anthony Brown, man, I understand it, man. He didn't play his best game, but a lot of our defensive backs didn't. Now, the defense is predicated on pressure when you're giving the quarterback fits on the opposing team. Now, we couldn't really stress out and pressure Derek Carr. We had pressure here and there, but if we had consecutive pressure on his guy, there's no way he's even attacking Anthony Brown downfield. And I think that's the one thing we as fans have to understand. Some of these guys can't play man defense for 5, 6, 7 seconds. And some of these calls that we were getting, man, it's like certain players can do. I understand. I do see the I think the first one, Anthony Brown had the hook. He hooked his arm. That kind of play happens every Sunday, man. And it's like certain players, certain corners don't get that called on them. But I felt like a lot of this energy was like spread out. You know what I mean? They couldn't really pick on Connor Williams, so they started giving some of these penalties on the line to Biotis. And that's just the energy I was receiving. So yeah, Anthony Brown didn't play his best game, but if we had solid pressure and he's playing defense for 3, because a lot of these routes were deep routes. Now, if we're giving solid pressure, some of these plays can't even develop because Tank is there, Gregory's there, Micah's there. You know what I mean? So when you're relying on this one player to constantly get you pressure and he's a rookie, it's not going to happen the way we want as far as consistent pressure. And that's when you see plays developing downfield that are 30, 40 yards beyond the line of scrimmage. So yeah, Anthony Brown definitely didn't play well, but it's based off of, like, there's 2 types of sacks. There's coverage sacks and then there's pressure sacks. We didn't get too many sacks based off of coverage because the pressure wasn't consistently there. So we couldn't, like, we're not really a coverage sack team depending on the situation. We're more about pressure. Like when we're getting pressure, that's how we get turnovers. That's how we get sacks. So the Cowboys as a team, we're not getting pressure to the quarterback, that's when we start struggling. And that's what happened with this game against the Raiders. And as far as the Greg Zuerlein thing, man, I'm not going to give him an excuse. He has one job. Him missing that extra point is unexcusable. Come on, there's no reason for that. I'm not really mad about the 59-yard field goal. That's stuff like that, man. Like, if he makes it, he's one of the best. You know what I mean? But if he misses it, it's just okay, cool, go play defense. But he almost made it. But it was just, but we knew that, though. We knew he had the leg to get it there. It was all about if it was going to be in the uprights. Man, this game, man, it was a mess, man. And I just think with everyone hopefully coming back, we shouldn't have to go through this type of thing. But it would be nice to know that, with this season up in the air, man, anybody can, miss a game. And we would like, as fans, and I understand us as fans, we would want to know and think that, okay, if this certain player misses a game, will we step up and win? And as a fan, we don't know. The way our team is playing right now, we don't know who can step up and lead us to a victory if certain players aren't able to perform. And it's sad because with all the hype we were receiving, but a lot of this hype was based off of teams, or based off of players not being able to perform. And it kind of caught up to us a little bit. And I think right now we're not getting open on our routes, and then the passes aren't where they should be. And I think, like I was saying in my last video, man, ever since Dak missed that game against the Vikings, his rhythm has been off. Like, it kind of got back with that Falcons game, but just the Falcons they couldn't really apply pressure like the other teams had done. The Chiefs and the Broncos and the Raiders, like, they know how to apply pressure and they know how to play great man defense or good man defense, and that's something that the Falcons really couldn't do. So that's when you've seen the Cowboys like explode back. But I think with the Dak that's on par and establishing his rhythm, he's confident enough to make these throws, but he's just not in his rhythm right now. And the good thing about it is that, hey, we 7-4 in our division. We still have a good shot at being number 1 in our conference. We're getting everybody back soon. Tyron came back. I'm not sure what the Leo Collins and Terrence Steele thing is. Maybe they just think Terrence Steele is just giving us a better shot or giving us better productivity at the right tackle. So they slide him in there. But we getting back Coop, we getting back CD Lamb. Tank Lawrence should be back next game. And now we got a whole 7 days to worry about the Saints. And then after that, man, we got a good 13 days rest. So let's go ahead and finish this little stretch out where we play 3 games in 12 days. Go ahead and get this, out. We can still rest up and come back strong, kill our division. Cause the good thing about it is that we're the kings of the East. Like we really should sweep this division. You know what I mean? Like people have to understand that last year division leader only had like 6-7 wins. He got 7 wins right now, and there's no team. I don't think there's no team in our division that can beat us. You know what I mean? So the thing is that you don't have to beat every team on your schedule to win a Super Bowl. You don't have to beat every team in the comp and in the other divisions. You don't have to do these type of things. Only thing you have to do is be good enough to get to the tournament, man. Once you get there, anything can happen. So as long as we just keep, it's bad performances, man. But I think with just Mike McCarthy and getting everybody back healthy, and then I'm not sure. I just don't like our offense, man. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us, we would feel better if we still lost, but if we seen an electric offense that we were putting out early on this season, if we still were displaying this, I think a lot of us would be fine with the losses, man, because we were just performing good enough. But now it's like our offense was like the cowbell for the first couple of weeks for the first half of the season. Now it's like the defense is leading our team, and our defense ain't even that good, but our defense they're like holding us down, and they're getting 3 and outs, or they're putting us in a position to come back from being down all game. You know what I mean? So it's like people are saying that our defense is terrible, but our defense is the reason why we went to overtime. Our offense is horrible. It's stagnant. It's based off of players not getting open and then bad passes. But our defense is holding it down. I think the penalties were atrocious. These penalties were crazy, man. And it just felt like that was going to be the nature of the game. But the defense held it down, man. Besides the penalties, I'm not saying we put out our best performance, but I'm comparing offense to defense on our team. Like our defense held it down way more than our offense, and it's been like that for weeks now. And then based on that, man, like I said, we were able to come back from being down all game and then make it even competitive, and then our offense let us down in overtime. So now, man, we just get everybody back on our defense, man. Tristan Hill balled out too, man. Micah Parsons played his game, but Tristan Hill showed up on that film. So imagine getting him in there with Tank and Gregory and getting all them rolling, getting them back in the rhythm. Man, I ain't got nothing. Listen, man, we don't got to win every game, man. It's ugly. It hurts when you see your team lose because we care so much as fans. But the good thing about it, man, we still 7-4. If we was 6-6, man, or something, or 5-8 or something bad like that, then I can understand. Fire this person, cut that person. Man, we can still win a Super Bowl. So, man, we all right, man. I understand it looks ugly, but the good thing about it is that every Super Bowl team don't play like a Super Bowl team week in and week out. Even the Patriots, when they went undefeated, they might have won certain games, but based off of their performances, they didn't always play well. Even last year with the Bucks took ugly losses, and the Chiefs took ugly losses, and they still made it to the Super Bowl, man. Like the Chiefs right now, like they started off, it was getting blown out by a lot of teams, man. And right now, they didn't look good. They didn't look good against us last week. They had 19 points. We held the Chiefs to 19 points without Tank Lawrence or Gregory. So, like I said, man, it's relaxed, man. Everybody's not going to look like they're perfect executed team week in and week out. It's impossible, man. They human. And I'm not making no excuses, man, but it's definitely horrible to watch, man. And hopefully they got a longer break to actually look at the film and clean it up and get ready for this Saints game, man. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. Enjoy your holiday.